Hey guys, BTR Plumbing here, and today I'm with my brand new old stock 70s or 80s American Standard Clinic. So this is basically just a service sink, and as you can tell, it's like a sink and a toilet, and this one is actually blowout. So it's funny because when you flush it, all the water will just shoot out of that hole there, and you won't be able to see because of the water, but there are two jets that are up in that trapway that evacuate all the water. So, and I can actually do a performance test with this one other than the rear mount ones, because, or the ones that drain out the bottom of my toilets, because, you know, they'll get stuck underneath. But yeah, the diaphragm in here is perfect to flush this. So before I do any performance tests, I'll give it a normal flush just so you guys can see how it looks. And this thing is actually really cool. But and yeah, I got it for $45 at my salvage yard back when I used to live in Washington. But yeah, here's a flush. So yeah, that was a pretty good example. As you can see, the water shot out about 2 or 3 feet from the back. So, and now that it has such high water pressure, it's really nice to be able to test all these fixtures again. So, and I might even get a Kohler Stratton or an American Standard Rapidway or something. But yeah, now let's do a dirt test. And for this, I just got a whole shovel full of dirt. So, and I think it'll handle that really well. I'm not too sure, but again, since this uses so much water, I kind of have to wait a minute for the tank to fill up. So I might end up buying a new tank, you know, not just because it's small or anything, but I usually have to wait for it to fill, because this diaphragm is a lot of water. But even if I get a 1.6, it's still, after 2 or 3 flushes, you got to wait for it to fill to get maximum pressure. But yeah, let's see how it does with the dirt test. There should be plenty of water in the tank, so here we go. And yeah, it looks like it did a really good job. I don't know if it would have taken it or not, that little chunk that was sitting in there, but as you can see, it looks like it struggled. And oh no, there is some rocks down at the bottom that was in the dirt, so this thing will take 2 flushes. But already I know it's gonna pass these 2 rags. I don't know where my other one went, but I know it'll pass these rags without struggling. Just so I'm just gonna put them in there, because I don't want to have to flush one rag down it and then wait for the tank to fill. So I'll just flush both at a time. But it might even take the grocery bag with it, I'm not sure. But while the tank is filling, I'll just show you guys some of my other toilets. Maybe you can see which one you would want to see next, like performance tests. They could be really anything now. So the aft wall would be cool. Here's the primary. Here's my sandbar welcome. If you guys remember, a few days ago I already had a video of this, and it has a really powerful flush now. Here's my sandbar Anglesey, and yeah, if you guys do know, my Highline AccuFlush, I believe is what it's called. Oh, and there's my green rag. My Highline AccuFlush came, the whole front of the bowl was broken, which kind of sucks, but I got my money back. And there's the aft wall, and you guys can probably tell what these are, so I'm not just gonna go through every single one of them. And there's sprinklers going off, and I'm gonna stay away from those because those are septic tank sprinklers. But yeah, let me flush all 3 of these down. The tank seems to be almost full. I just usually let it fill all the way, just because since this is such a a water waster, if you know what I mean, and it uses so much water. And usually when the tank's completely full, you get the best amount of pressure for the flush. So here's my 88 Madeira. This thing actually had a really cool flush too, sprayed up to the rim. And again, I think I've said this before, but I'm probably gonna do a reshoot of this just because it was only like a 4-minute video. But it was cool because the water went up to the rim and sprayed over, which was crazy because I did not expect it to be that powerful. And I can only imagine some of my urinals on this setup. It would be really cool, like to see the Trimbrook or even an overpowered Dexter. But let's get the water out of there. And if you guys know OCC Plumbing and Restorations, or you might know him as Owen Cowan, I think I've said this before as well, but I'm going to be going to his house in a few weeks, and I'm getting 4 urinals and probably about 15 toilets, which is going to be crazy. But I'm not going to say what they are, so it'll be a surprise for my 2,000 subscriber special. So yeah, here's a flush. Oh wow. it actually failed. That was really surprising. Let me look at the back. It pushed the first rag out, but what is going on with the flush helmet? Okay, there we go. It pushed the first rag out, as you can see, but I guess I doubted it. I mean, that is still a lot of water, or with all the rags getting clumped up like that, it kind of gets stuck in the trapway. And so I did underestimate it, but I also didn't think of that. But let me see how full the tank is. It's kind of hard to tell without picking it up, but you can see the water pouring out from when I just pulled the rag out because the water line was heavy, or what am I saying? The water line was high. And here's underneath the rim, you can see all the rim jets everywhere. And it's cool because when you flush it, it forms like an X shape, if you know what I'm talking about. But let me just kind of spread these out a little bit far apart from each other, maybe just to see if that'll help it go down. I'm sure it will, but yeah, again, I really hope you guys are enjoying these longer videos. I know for like 5 minutes of the video, it's just me talking, but again, I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I talk a lot, as you guys know, so I just decided instead of cutting the clips, I'll just talk through the videos just to make them a little bit more interesting. But obviously, if you guys don't like that, let me know, and I can just cut clips to where it's flushing. But I like to talk a lot, so yeah, that's why you'll see longer videos. And it's just cool, you know, I just like to spend time on my videos and not try and rush them. But again, if you guys don't like the longer videos, let me know, and I'll try and shorten them up. But let me check the tank. I'll let it go for a little bit longer. Do you guys remember this? The video uploaded at 4 a.m. in the morning. I definitely did not mean to do that. I had it scheduled for 4 p.m. like all of my videos when they're uploaded, except for on like Saturday and Sunday, just because I have them at 3 p.m. since there's no school. But normally I'll have the videos up at 4 p.m. but I actually scheduled it to 4 a.m. so I apologize. That was an accident. But yeah, here's a flush. Let's see what it does. Take it? Nope. Wow. That's really surprising. I thought it would do way better than that, but I guess the only reason it doesn't perform super well, like the trapway is big, but everything kind of has to get forced through the mouth of that trapway because there's no siphon jet, like visible siphon jet. It's kind of far, it's about right up here in the trapway, so it kind of has to get sucked through, and it doesn't really reach those blowout jets or siphon jets or whatever you want to call them in a blowout fixture. But yeah, this is going to be like a 9-minute video, so I apologize if it's super long and it's boring, but yeah, let's see how it does with this. I don't know if there's enough water in the tank, but I guess we'll find out. And I didn't take the rag, so, and oh my gosh, that thing is really dirty. I'm gonna lay it down in here and try to get as much as air as possible out of it, just because when these things fill up with air, it doesn't really work for a test, just because the toilet has issues. Or, well, yeah, like I guess you could call this thing like a toilet because it flushes like one, but it's more of like a sink / toilet. But obviously they aren't really meant to flush grocery bags, and not only that, these things tend to fill up with air, and that doesn't help either because it just expands in the trapway. But I have no clue if there's enough water in the tank, but just so this video doesn't last forever, I'm gonna flush it and see what happens. So here we go. So yeah, it doesn't look like it can take a grocery bag. I mean, I'm sure it can, but it's just really hard for it to get past those jets, you know, and the tank is just completely empty now. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave all your comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.